Good afternoon, folks, from the kitchen of my house. I don't really shoot from this room, but unfortunately, the fridge got busted, and so you see this is the fridge side and the freezer side of this side by side door refrigerator. So there were a few things that I try to resolve this issue on my own. So the first one, the very obvious one, is when you press this button here, it adjusts the temperature. So if you notice that the temperature is really high, so for example, like this 46, and then the freezer actually goes up pretty high, so 8 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you have it set like this, then obviously the fridge is not malfunctioning. It's just doing exactly what you told it to do, keep the temperature high. So the first thing you want to check is the setting, right? So you want to set this down really low, and that's what I did. I set it down to about 36 degrees, freezer like -2 degrees. Open up the door, nothing, still room temperature inside here. So it wasn't the setting, that wasn't the problem. So the second thing I tried was I removed everything, all the food items that were blocking these vents. So you see here, it's got one vent, another set of vents, another set of vents right here, another set down there, and same thing on the freezer side. You see you got vents right here, which blow out cold air. So you want to make sure that there's not a whole lot of obstructions. If you have large food items or you have many food items blocking those vents, that could be causing the temperature of your fridge and freezer to not get cold. And if those things are not the issue, then you're gonna have to open up the back here. So there is a cover plate. This is the cover plate right here. I'm gonna take off the cover plate and show you the condenser coil. So actually, before you remove the cover plate and clean up the condenser coils, the third thing you want to try is unplug the fridge from the power source and wait for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then plug it back in. See if the refrigerator cools after that, because these new refrigerators, they're like mostly computers, and they're not like the old-fashioned refrigerators. And so a simple reset or restart, just like how you restart your laptop, might be able to resolve the issue. All right, so here's the fourth trick you can try once you have the cover plate removed. These things are called condenser coils, right down here. And what the condenser coil does is, as refrigerant passes through them, they dissipate the heat by sending the heat to the outside. And this is the reason why you cannot cool down a room by leaving the freezer door of your refrigerator open, because cool air will be blasting through the freezer door, through the front of the fridge, of course, but then in the back of the fridge, all this hot air will blow out, so they'll cancel each other out. So you actually have an overall neutral temperature effect, and that's because of these condenser coils. So what you want to do is you want to clean them up. So you see, these are actually relatively clean, right? So even after they're clean, the fridge is still not cooling. That means it's not the condenser coil, it's probably something else. All right, so after you tried all those 4 methods and the refrigerator is still not cooling, then most likely the problem lies with the compressor. So the compressor is this chamber thing, like right here, okay? So what the compressor does is it pumps refrigerant throughout the fridge to remove cool air from inside the fridge chamber, and then dissipate and send the heat out through the condenser coils. But here's what this sounds like. You hear it sounds like almost like an empty, hollow sound. And what you want to hear from a healthy compressor is like a cat's purr. Okay, so very, very likely the compressor is bad. And by process of elimination, it is also pointing towards the compressor. So that's why I'm having a technician come and replace the compressor for me in about an hour.